Hey everyone, welcome to my new YouTube channel, and today I want to talk about AI, this very thrown around word. You hear it everywhere. You hear a lot of different terms like large language models, you hear about AI agents, you hear about AI workflows, and all the beautiful, wonderful stuff that you can do to make a lot of money with AI. But I want to explain it in simple terms. What does it mean? Can you really do something with AI in your own position? Is it useful? Is it going to impact your productivity in some meaningful ways? So let's get started a little bit. The first thing, let's start talking about what an AI is exactly. In principle, AI works based on your prompts if we are talking about AI chats. So AI chats are basically large language models. Large language models means simply put that there is a software behind it that was taught to react based on the input you give it. And it was taught to do this by inputting large amounts of data and training it to do this. And this training allows it to react to your prompts. What's a prompt? A prompt is just simply put something you put in, you type, and you give in to this AI. The AI reads the prompt and reacts based on what it has learned in its training period. Once there is the response, the AI finished its job in this case. And depending on how your prompt, so what you are going to write, is made, the responses are going to be better or worse, depending also on the final aim that you have. And this is the simplest kind of AI that most of us know nowadays. But there is also a more refined way to use AI nowadays, and in this case it could be AI workflows. What's an AI workflow? Compared to a large language model where you just have this chat where you can input some text and the AI is like confined into it. It has no access to any other information that what it was fed when it was in training. So for example, if you ask it to tell you what's your next appointment gonna be, it's not going to be able to access your own calendar and retrieve some information. But with an AI workflow, you could build an AI, so a large language model in this case, that is going to be connected to, for example, Google Calendar. Okay, your own Google Calendar. It's gonna have access to it. So when you input a prompt of some kind, so for example, let's say you're going to ask it, what's my next appointment today? The AI is gonna be able to look up your calendar and based on the information in the calendar, it's gonna give you an output that is based on that. So it's gonna be able to tell you exactly what your next appointment is gonna be. And this is a more refined way to do it, and there are some ways you can implement this stuff. It's not very straightforward to do, but it's quite achievable, let's say. And you can build an AI workflow in a way that is useful to your final output that you want to have. So there are different ways to do it. You can also make more complicated AI workflows. You can use not just a connection to Google Calendars, you could use a connection to your email, for example. You could connect it to some other piece of software. And this enables you to do pretty complex things, okay? But there is one thing that this system would still not allow you to do, and it's to give the AI a task and let the AI sort it out on itself. It's not going to be able to do it. There is still the need for a human being behind it to program all the workflow and how it has to be going on from start to finish. Okay. And nowadays, there is a lot of research going into AI agents. AI agents, in this case, are a more refined sort of software. The AI agents are going to be able to work out some specific tasks independently. The main difference between an AI agent and AI workflow is that if you tell the workflow to do something that is not programmed the way it should be, then the AI workflow is not going to be able to execute the task. While the AI agent should instead be able to reason first, how can I achieve this task? How can I do this thing? It's gonna think of how to execute the task, and based on its result, let's say, it's gonna say, okay, I have to look up the calendar and then find this specific information, use this information to do something else, and so on and so forth. And it's gonna be doing it independently. So it's gonna be able to work like a human does, more or less, but in a more restrained way. And that's where the market is trying to go right now. What I think though is a simpler way to approach it right now is just to use it in simpler ways. It's just the applications of AI are still not widespread. We're still in a situation where AI is going to be implemented in many ways. We don't know still how fast it's going to develop, how good AI agents are going to become, but for the general user, the most well-known way of using AI right now is just to use the common chat with, be it ChatGPT, be it Gemini, be it all the other ones that you can use. And the best way to approach it right now is just to get more efficient into how you use these tools and use it the best way possible for the tasks that you need. And one way I would recommend, first of all, is to approach prompting in a more structured way. Specifically, you could use some specific software that is going to allow you to save your prompts and to paste them in the chats, and as long as they are then as long as you are able to paste the long prompts that you usually need to get a good output out of the chat, then you're going to be using it more because you're gonna have less friction with the system. So it's gonna be easier for you to write out a prompt. For example, let's make the example of optimizing an email. Okay, large language models are very good at optimizing text. That's a very good thing that they can do. And if you needed to optimize the text, you have to prompt the command, text, putting in the text and saying, okay, ChatGPT or Gemini, can you please optimize this email that I wrote to answer this other email here. If you have to write it out all the time, then you're gonna have to do it. You're gonna lose some more time, and it's gonna be more difficult for you to approach it. So if you have some kind of software inside your computer that you can use to just take this prompt, paste it in, and then paste in the email, it's gonna be much easier. And since emails are something you are going to do a lot of times, it's gonna be saving you a little bit of time every time, and at the end of the day it's gonna make a big difference. So this would be the way to go. I'm going to explore also how to build an AI agent in the next coming weeks. I already tried out building some AI workflows for some specific tasks I wanted to do, and it's pretty useful, to be honest. And it allows you also, for example, if you have an AI workflow, you can get a more structured output from it. Because if you just input some prompts into the chat, it's gonna be limited in the output that you're gonna get. Okay. Instead, if you have an AI workflow, you can build it in a way that the outputs are several and are combined into one bigger output that you need. For example, I make a very simple example. In this case, I tried building an AI tool to make some specifically some manuals for some products. So usually if you have a new product coming to market, let's say a smartphone or a camera or whatever, then one of the tasks that a company has to do is to write a manual, a user manual for it. And writing the user manual structure is quite a long process for a human being to do, and a large language model is very well suited to accomplish this task. So what I did is I built this AI tool that already has a specific structure in it and just has to fill out some different chapters of a manual. Okay, once you tell him what's the product and what the different chapters should be about. So you get out a very well built structure already that you can then in the last step refine and use as an end user. In this case, a company that needs to bring a product to market. And this is something that allows you to save a lot of time in manual work. So AI tools can really help in being more efficient right now. If they're going to replace completely some tasks, it's something that we have to see for the future. But I'm gonna be making some more videos. I'm gonna show you how I built these AI tools and how you can build one as well. So hit the subscribe button and let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Thank you very much.